Texas Tribune reporter Jay Root gives us a peek inside of his new book about Rick Perry's botched presidential campaign. It's called Oops, and it's a behind-the-scenes look at life on the campaign trail. The food, the liquor, the gaffes, the way news is really gathered in the digital age.
The book is about Rick Perry's disaster, his presidential campaign. And the way it came about was I keep diaries. I've always been sort of a diary keeper. And I wasn't keeping this with the expectation that I was going to be publishing it as a book, but I let it slip in the newsroom here at the Tribune that I was keeping a diary, and Evan Smith, our editor, found out about it and he said, hey, we need to publish that. And what my book does is it sort of takes you from the beginning where there was so much hope and promise, and he just entered it with all of this swagger and bluster and shot up to the polls, became the front runner, dethroned Mitt Romney, and then just blew up on the runway. It was so exciting for us in the Texas Press Corps. For those first few weeks after he got into the campaign, it was like drinking from a fire hose. I mean, everybody wanted to know about Rick Perry. I was getting calls from all kinds of national and international media outlets. Who is Rick Perry? And then the big moment where like the transmission fell out was in the Orlando debate.
But if you say that we should not educate children who have come into our state for no other reason than they've been brought there by no fault of their own, I don't think you have a heart.
And then he lost the Florida straw poll, and all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, this guy who we thought was going to be the front runner has just crashed and burned. And so, you know, then you had this sort of rebuild. They brought in new people to rescue the campaign, and, you know, he started, they thought that they could, you know, get this back together. And then on November 9th in Rochester, Michigan, he committed what is widely believed to be the worst gaffe in a debate, in a televised presidential debate ever.
The third agency of government, yeah. I would do away with the education, commerce, and let's see, I can't. The third one I can't, sorry. Oops.
That's what's so interesting is that, okay, why would I write a book about a failed candidate? And what's really interesting is that it's like, it's so bad it's good. I mean, you know, it's like, it got so much worse even after the oops moment that it's worth studying it as honestly one of the worst presidential campaigns ever. He didn't win any delegates. He didn't win any contests. He didn't win any straw polls. It's a cautionary tale for future presidential candidates. Hey, Amazon.com, Byliner.com. It's an ebook, you know, so get your Kindles out, check it out.